Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, part 3 of this. Not really necessary, but before I close it up or shut it down or deleted it, I thought that would make a pretty cool pattern, and it really does. Done with this thing that we created in the first video, and you could elaborate on it and make it like that. Really pretty easy. We're going to take, and when you do this, you kind of need to zoom in. We're going to Control D and make a duplicate, and then double click and make sure you get to that very top node. And then we're going to rotate it 60 degrees. Now it looks like a mess, but when we keep going around and then you weld it, it looks pretty cool. And you could make that whatever color you wanted, but then you could keep going. You know, this is a pointy side, this is a flat side. I did pointed sides. Let's rotate this guy 30 degrees and get that flat side. So we're going to make a different one. Now, in part 1, I did the object origin, but this one will actually probably work with the parallel dimension tool. If we go from that, probably that furthest edge to the nearest edge, we got 5991. I don't know why I started drawing it so big. And look at that. And then you can just keep going as much as you want. Now, the downside is going to be a little bit harder. I'm having trouble getting over there. But you take that, it's on the edge of the page. That's what's happening. And I'm already at the edge of the page. So if you select all this, you know what? I'm going to hit F4 on the keyboard and then move that over. I got so much going on. Let me delete this stuff. See how far out I am on the page? That's probably the problem. I've never been this far out. Tell you what, let me just take these two. We still got the same nudge factor. And because we can do 2 at a time or 1 at a time, we've still got the same nudge factor. And see, we're just going to go across and do whatever we want. And then Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it. And then you're just going to have to actually hold down the control button. And it would have helped if I would have zoomed in a little bit. But if you don't hit it the first time, and I didn't, then you can't use Control D. But if I use the control button, it'll keep me perpendicular. And really, kind of ironically, this is the same pattern, but different now, and then you could just keep going. So like this is a filled in pattern. You could take it and fill it in with red. Let's nudge it out of the way. And left click, right click, and go up to effects and contour. We'll contour 6 times. Well, I had it set on 6. I don't know why that's doing that. It can't be too big. I don't understand what the problem is. Tell you what, let me back up. Let's just go to the center. Oh, there's something in the drawing that's keeping. I'm going to look at it on a wireframe, see if there's something back there. Nope. Anyway, it'll work. Go for the center. You know what? Let me change this to 2. I've never seen that before. But anyway, you could do that even and have a smaller object. You know what? Let me try that. Let me make a new object. And then left click, right click, and do the 6. You know, because I think it's plenty big to do it. But anyway, take that, go up to object, break the contour part, and I had the Smart Fill tool in my hand. And then take that one and nudge it over, and look at that, you've got a different pattern. So you could take your Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and then fill this in, and you'd have a space. by contouring. I do not know why that will not contour more than one time. You know what? Let me try it like 25, quarter of an inch. Yeah, maybe I made it smaller, so it just wouldn't do it anymore. Anyway, pretty cool graphic. Endless pattern, you could just keep going. Thank you for watching.